Can I ask some questions?
Hit me.
Okay. So when I have eyeballed it over the last few days, the first thing that I came up with when I looked at it, obviously CTW is going to grab a big push, which is why we've got into them today. My understanding is, Timbo, previously, let's say, for example, Reece Walsh sweeps. He hits Katoni Staggs draws and passes. It would have been Reece Walsh that got the try assist, line break assist for creating that.
Correct.
My understanding now is that Katoni will get it'll be based on the last pass, which means he will get try assist and line break assist.
Correct.
Sweet. Does that mean that Reece Walsh goes down to try contribution?
Yes, which do still exist because I could be wrong, but I don't believe I've seen a try contribution stat on the NRL stat, but I have reached out and try contribution will be retained, so they get 4 points instead of what would have been 20.
Okay, so Reece Walsh sweeps down the right-hand side. Jesse Arthurs, whoever's on that right wing, ends up scoring. Previously, he essentially would have got 20 Supercoach points for that. Are you telling me that now he gets 4?
Well done, mate. Good math.
Right. So fullbacks will be taking a hit then.
Yes.
Okay. Where are fullbacks potentially gaining points back, or is it just a loss for them?
The big ones, the big stat changes are to try assists and line break assists.
Yep.
But in particular to a lot of them are these sweepers. Like Fox stats would, as you said, give it to the sweepers. Like, it goes hand in hand. But if you sweep and you throw the cup ball, you're still getting it because you throw last pass.
Yep.
But like a lot of halves, for example, will be negatively impacted because they sweep a little bit and hit the centre who hits the winger. But like a lot of times they'll hit their back rower short, so that won't change. Or a back rower might tip onto someone and they'll still get it through the ruck, all that sort of stuff. None of that will really change as much, but it'll be, your centres will be elevated, your fullbacks will reduce because of those plays. So I found it interesting. One fullback that actually won't really change too much. I think there was a little bit of a drop off. It was Reece Walsh, who try assists weren't actually that different. I think line assists might have changed a little bit, but for the most part, fullbacks have all dropped off significantly scoring-wise and what they should be. Reece Walsh, just thinking off the top of my head, but a lot of the time he does such good work with those 3-on-2s and that sort of shape. He either plays shorts and Shibasaki or Staggs score, or he throws the cup ball. So, not as impacted technically, but I still just think there's going to be a lot of times where he hits the centre, who then hits the winger, and he won't get them from now on. So that's the main one, along with tackles. At NRL.
Before we get to that, can I ask, in that situation with Staggs, if Staggs literally just taps on, that's still him try assist, line break assist as far as you're
It'll be last
concerned?
pass, yeah.
Yeah, okay, sweet.
And for what it's worth, I'm still getting my head around everything as well, but yes that's my understanding.
And I think that's a very key point that, the needle could move, things could change. We're just guessing based off the information that we have what it'll look like. And it is funny, from content to content creator, I am kind of hearing different things to some extent.
Any of the big questions sitting out there so far, I've reached out to News Corp, and they've been great. And, Sangster and Co and a few others there who have passed on some information. So anything that I say, everything outside of essentially the runs, which is still up in the air as it stands, has come from News Corp.
All right. Tackles. Do you just want to talk?
Yeah, they just couldn't think of a question, how to frame that.
Oh, no, I've got a question, but I think you're going to say it better anyway, so go.
So basically, NRL stats rewards more tackles. So rewards more tackles. It has more per game because... And the way that is, it often rewards the third man into tackles.
Yep.
Someone might just come in and grab the legs and take him down, then get out of there. Fox are often the first two men into a tackle, and they don't award it to that third man in. So you'll find blokes like, I know, Terrell May, Payne Haas, these sorts of blokes, they'll average an extra 4 to 5 per game on tackles. Again, pending what happens with running stats, how that comes in. But sheer tackles, like another one there is hookers.
Yes.
Guys like Harry Grant, Blake Brayley, Reece Robson, they are going to benefit with more tackles.
Harry Grant's one that I'm very interested in, and I haven't done the stats or anything, but I notice when watching Harry Grant that, similar to Cameron Smith, he tends to get away with fucking murder. He tends to be third man in a lot, and he slows down the ruck and he gets away with it. I think he will get a big uptick from it. I'm not sure what the stats say, but he's the one that I automatically went, okay. Probably from my draft point of view straight away, I went, oh, Harry Grant, I'm very interested in all of a sudden.
Yeah, so Harry Grant last year, what do we got here? So he made 570 tackles on Fox Stats. He made 647 on NRL Stats. So that's a 77-point increase on his scoring.
So it's like, it's, as you said, 3 or 4 tackles a game, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've got all this on site between... There are a few data heads who have been working OT at Playbook. Rando Stats Guy Shock's been one of them. Jay Schubert's another one. But Rando's got things like the ones who will benefit the most out of tackles, ones who benefit the most out of try assists, line break assists, the ones who, will regress scoring-wise based on last year's stats. And then Jay Schubert's done a great article which has, with all the information available, which again is essentially everything barring the run meters, this massive, massive list of what players averaged in Supercoach last year and their starting price this year, and what it would have been under the NRL system and the big winners and losers and shock CT dubs. Centres, I should say, not CT dubs. Centres are the big winners.
Shout out to Stevie Hebner as well. I think he had a draft analysis come out yesterday.
Couple of bits and pieces on it. So he's on the job.
Stevie is a big Raiders fan, a mate of ours who came to the Ricky Stewart luncheon with us the other day, and he went to the bathroom at one point. Then about a minute later, Ricky Stewart started walking to the bathroom. I text Steve, I go, hey, just don't do anything embarrassing, but Ricky's about to walk into the bathroom too, because I knew he'd be so excited. And he comes and sits back down. I go, how was that? He goes, oh, it's a really nice guy. We saw each other's dicks. And I was like,
oh my God.
Okay, cool.
What did I say about not doing anything embarrassing, Steve?
Old Heavenly Hands Hebner. Shout out to you.
Hopefully kept those heavenly hands up.
Fingers crossed. There's a sticky joke in there, but I won't go there.
Yeah, just avoid. We've said enough.
Yeah, enough's been said. He probably won't be stoked about that anyway.
Yeah.
You can't win them all.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I have that much more to add, if I'm honest. We've already spoken about the sort of... Have we spoke yet on camera, the hit up 8 metres and all that sort of stuff?
We don't know what that's going to be.
Yeah.
That I would be guessing at. Again, there might be an announcement before this has gone live, which... Happy days if it has, but we don't know right now.
Yeah, okay. Matty, as we've been talking, anything else that's come to mind?
I guess so. Points are going to be taken away attacking wise from what you said before.
To some, yeah.
Well, what like how? Where are you going to gain? Where is there going to be gain points in attack? Because
the assists and whatnot are just going to shift to another player.
Yeah, you're not gaining players,
they'll
you're
all still be
going elsewhere.
awarded. They just go to a different player.
So, in your opinion, does that mean centers are going to get more points?
Centers
that's what we're saying.
Centers are the winners.
Okay.
So, for me, for example, last year, my draft team, I had Moses Sully in my team. And it was one thing that, you can ask my mates in my draft, I was really frustrated with last year that he's a guy that he would quite often set up 2 or 3 tries, but it would always go to Sloan, Gutho, whoever was at fullback. I would assume Moses Sully is one that would probably gain a heavy little uptick.
He's number 3 in the entire competition that has
number
the biggest
3
that has the biggest increase. Yeah,
motherfucker. Who's actually go and check out SC Playbook for those. But are the top?
Oh no, mate, we can share.
Are the top 5 are they all CTWs or?
We've got CT dub back rower, CT dub back rower, CT dub, CT dub, CT dub. Paynehass. We can chat him. It's all right. Mate, there is so much to go through.
Who are the second rowers?
Jesse Colquhoun, which is interesting in limited game time as well. So he must be another one benefiting from these tackle stats. So this has got that he averaged 34 last year. His actual average would have been 41 with the adjusted points, meaning he'd be $73,000 more expensive. And the other one, Isaiah Yeo, tackles.
You know what else that'd be with Jesse Colquhoun? That's fucking Craig Fitzgibbon going, it's finals, they're not going to blow the whistle. Lie in there, get in there, slow it down as much as you fucking can, I reckon. Jesse Colquhoun.
No,
Is this only for the season?
This is Supercoach season, yeah.
Okay, sweet. And who was the other one, sorry?
Isaiah Yeo, just third man in, clean up work.
Colquhoun's he'll probably be starting a lock with McInnes injured, right?
Yeah.
I had Colquhoun anyway, so then this has come out. I'm like, hello.
Are you willing to read us the top 10 or so? What are we
Number 1, Isaac Tungo.
Remember our mate at the pub the other day? He said to us, watch out for Tungo.
He did say
Did I
that.
tell you about this? Mate, we went for a beer the other day after the preview show, and like this news had broken 2 hours ago. We walk in, we literally sit down. This guy walked past us, and he just saw us there, and he's like, "Boys, I've run the numbers, I've gone through it all, I've gone through everything. I think the CTW is going to be the big winners. Herbie Farmer's going to be a gun." Blah blah blah. And his girlfriend's just standing there like, "What the fuck?" And I'm over the moon. I love this. I'm heaps into it. And then about 15 minutes later, I go up to get our dinner. I'm standing there thinking, someone whispers in my ear, "Don't sleep on Tungo." And then he just disappears. I'm like, I know exactly who that was.
That's so good.
Mad, yeah.
It's so funny because Guru said to his girlfriend, "Oh, you got yourself a keeper," and she goes, "I'm not sure about that."
So yeah, Tungo's number 1 on the list with by a substantial margin. He was a 52 average last year. We've got him at 62 average with 107k price difference.
Wow.
Yeah, Sully's third. He would have been a 73,000 more expensive.
Interesting. Okay. So does that mean have you got Tungo in your team?
I haven't, but what I have done is my CT dub, in terms of cheapies aside, who cheapies are cheapies, I've flicked out expensive wingers for expensive centres.
Yeah, right. I'm just thinking about Tungo in my mind. Why is that? Like, quite often he's the guy they turn under and he lays the line for them, attack to the left. Is he just picking up try assists on the right edge?
Let me have a look at our second set of tables. So, what do we got here?
Like, the other thing I'm thinking as we speak, does this make Trell Mitt heaps more valuable as well? Are you
100%?
Yeah.
Okay, so line assist was the big one for Tungo. He had 14 on NRL stats, 4 on Fox. It's interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's fucking heaps.
Trell Mitt, 100% he becomes more. I mean, we're about to do CTW analysis, but definitely, because how many tries is he going to get tipping on?
If they were to do the prices properly, hypothetically, would a Herbie or someone jump into top place, or would it
As most expensive.
Yeah, he'd have to give it a fucking nudge, wouldn't he? Like, he's right up there already.
I've got so many pages up right now. So Herbie would be 892k. Payne has to be 908. So I think Herbie would be second.
Wow. Fuck, that's crazy. Yeah, right. So we are expecting the Terrell Mays of the world, the Payne Haas's to take a little uptick. What about, like, they're obviously the absolute elite guys. What about, and I'm sorry, I'm throwing random names at you here. What about guys like Corey Horsburgh? Like, is he still grabbing, like, a big uptick?
Yeah, the Red Dog's 29 on the list. He would have averaged 4 more points for a $38,000 jump.
Where's who's another one? Like a Trent Leroux. Where's is he grabbing points from?
He's 48 on the list. Would have averaged 3 more points.
3 more points.
32k.
Yeah, right, okay. Yeah. So it's not the end of the world.
No, it's not the end of the world
by any means. Yeah. But it is.
Even like fullbacks will be negatively impacted as a whole. But if Reece Walsh or Tom Trebojevic or whoever, they might have 5 try assists in the first 3 rounds. Every one of them might be sweeping cut balls or something. Like, they don't all go through the hands.
Yes,
So it's only a guide, but the one I am confident on that will change significantly is centres.
Yeah, okay. All right. Last one, I'll pick a random player. What about like a Keanu Keeney? What does much change?
Nah, he's a bad example because he only played a few games last year. I think we've got like
he did too. That's right.
Got like 100 and 200 players on here, but he's not actually one of them.
Yeah, right. Good. Great. Okay. Sweet. Is there any fullbacks that you want to talk about very quickly? Because we've already done that position. Anyone that really jumps out of the ground
Just
as a gainer or loss?
Tommy Turbo's the bottom of this list. He would have averaged, he averaged 71 last year. He would have averaged 64, dropping 63k on his starting price. And look, you think of footy now and shapes. Turbo's the king of sweeping, tipping on to centre, tipping on to winger, like that shape from Manly. Because, the other thing is, I feel like Reece Walsh a lot of the time uses his speed to get like a flat 3-on-3, hence why he either plays short to the hard-running centre or plays long to the open winger.
Yeah.
Turbo sweeps, the numbers are stripped, and he just goes bang, and then there's a tip on. So again, I don't have a video example in front of me, but Turbo will hit the centre, then the winger bites, and the centre tips on.
Yeah.
Anyway, Turbo, statistically the big loser. Scotty Drinkwater, 81 average to 75. That's a 58K swing. Teddy, 89 to 84. Isaiah Katoa, 65 to 60.
Yep.
Yeah.
I expected that one. Yeah, okay. So I'm walking away from this thinking front row forwards are getting or middle forwards are getting a little uptick in tackles.
Yeah.
I'm walking away from this thinking hookers are getting a little uptick in tackles. I'm walking away from this thinking centres are up.
Yeah.
Wingers are probably about the same. Not much changes for them. I'm probably leaning towards halves are probably a bit down if depending the run meters.
Pending run meters, they'll be down a little bit. So let's have a look at a few of these halfbacks. It's because, as I was sort of saying before, a lot of halfbacks, they do their work a lot tighter. They'll throw short balls or face balls or whatever it is, and that they'll run these sweeping plays, which are the ones that are going to be impacted a fair bit, but it's not as prominent. So, like I said, Katoa is 6th last on this list. Mitch Moses is 2nd last. Interestingly, he goes from 482. He drops 60K. Blaze Talangi drops 56K. Ben Hunt drops 47K. Jerome Hughes drops 44K, which is interesting. Jamal Fogarty, Jerome Luai. So, halves are heavily impacted. Not as much as fullback. Well, there's probably more, half-backs, 5'8".
Is this essentially the scoring? Like, are these the stats that NRL fantasy are based off? Essentially,
Yes, because it's NRL system.
Yeah.
But the key difference being that Supercoach is still using the fact that a try is still worth 17 points
it's
and all
skewed
that.
more to attacking.
It's still a different in that sense, but same stats.
I'm very keen to see like which players we start to notice. Like, I'm automatically thinking like, I wonder how many times we'll start to notice maybe a centre that'll sort of fight to get themselves into second marker so they don't have to jump at A if they're defending on an edge, if you know what I mean.
The big one, we're going to sit there and see centres. Like, you know how I think early last year we were blowing up about Casey McLean and not tipping on.
Yes.
That was only because everyone owned Tom Jenkins. Now we're going to see all these centres who just... We're really going to acknowledge the centres with a good, like, soft hands and tip-ons.
Yeah.
Because they'll be try-assist, line-assist every time.
Yeah.
Whereas the ones who don't have those softer hands and tuck it and get tackled short, you like just tip on those 20 points.
Yeah, okay.
And we used to do that, but it'd be like you've just cost the fullback 20 points for sweeping a lot of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck, okay.
A lot happening.
So now in a situation where centres are, if they get through the line and then they draw and pass, they're getting line break, try assist.
Yeah.
I know they're not getting line break assist, they're getting... Yeah, okay.
The one that there's going to be, and look, it's part of the game, so be it. As I said, we're in the same boat, but the ones that are going to sting is where a player of any position just rips and tears and does all the work, and then there's like, they're 5 metres from the line and they pass it to a bloke who then tips it on.
Yes.
they'll lose like the try assist for it.
That's so shit.
I hate that as well, but anyway.
Offloads, ineffective offloads, are they still a thing as far as you...
Yeah, they still have effective and ineffective offloads. It's offload to hand, 4 points, offload to ground, 2 points.
Okay, that's stayed the same. Tackle breaks, I assume nothing's changed there.
I think there's a little bit of discrepancy on tackle breaks. Again, just how NRL award it compared to Supercoach. I don't have a lot of details on that as such.
Yeah, okay.
But again, it's give or take a few other sides.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I feel a little bit better about the situation. I will be tuning into SC Playbook last night. I don't want to get confused when that was because I'll get yelled at again.
It was last night.
It was today or yesterday?
The day after.
It was
before
last
The
tomorrow.
day after before tomorrow. Yeah. What a sequel that would have been.